Hello students. So today in this video we are going to discuss theorem 4 in limits and derivatives chapter. So let's get started. The theorem 4 says prove geometrically that limit extends to 0 sin x upon x is equals to 1. So here by using figure we have to show that limit extends to 0 sin x upon x value is 1. So 1 is the limit of sin x by x. Okay. First observe here x is tending to 0, right? So if you substitute 0 in place of x, what will you get? You will get sin 0 by 0. Sin 0 is 0. So you will get 0 by 0 form. So this is it. 0 by 0 form is indeterminate form, right? So by using figure, we will show that 1 is the limit of sin x by x. Okay. First, let me construct a figure. First, what we have to do is we have to draw one circle. Okay, so I have drawn a circle. Okay, so this circle will have a center, right? So this is the center of this circle, center O. From center I am drawing a line. Okay, so if I draw line from center, it is called radius, right? So I have drawn line from center O and I named this line as OA. Okay, next what I have done is again I'll draw a line from center O and name this line as B. Okay. In your high schools they have taught you that if you draw a line from center it is called radius, right? Whatever line I draw from center it is called radius, right? These are all radius. And one more thing is the length of all these lines is same. For example, if the length of this line, this radius is 1 and length of all these lines is also 1. So length of radius is same. If I draw a line from center, it is called radius and the length of all these lines will be same. Okay. So I am taking radius of this line generally as r. Okay. Radius of OA is r and length of this OB as r. Okay. So radius of OA is smaller and radius as well as radius of OB is also r. Okay. Next, what about this AB? What we call this AB as? This is the part of circumference, right? This full surface is called circumference. Now this AB is part of circumference. So part of circumference is called arc. Here AB is called arc and we'll name this AB as L. Okay. Now what I am doing is I am drawing one line from B to OA. Now BN is perpendicular to OA, right? Again what I am doing is I am extending this OB. I am extending this OB. Okay. I have extended this line OB. Now what I am doing is I am drawing tangent to the circle at what point? At A. To meet this line should be straight. To meet this OB. Okay. So first what I have done is I have extended this line OB. Next what I have done, I have drawn tangent to the circle at point A to meet this OB line, extended line of OB. So now these two lines meet at some point. That point we will name this as T. Okay. So this is all about figure. This is how we will construct figure. Now we will write information. What we have taken? We have taken OA as R and OB as R. These are two radius of circle, right? So let OA equal to R and OB is equal to R. B, what are they called? They are radius, right? So be two radii of a circle. With center, what we have center as? With center O. And one more thing, observe this line OA and OB. It's looking like they are making some angle, right? So I am taking this angle as x. In the statement they have given that x is measured in radius. That means x in the form of pi, pi by 2, pi by 4, pi by 6. So in the statement they have mentioned that x is in radians. So this x will be in the form of pi, pi by 2, pi by 6, pi by 9 and so on. Okay, pi by 2, pi by 4, pi by 6, pi by 3, pi and so on. Okay. You will ask me, why haven't you taken this angle as theta? They have in the statement they have mentioned that angle is x. So I have taken angle as x. Okay. No matter if you take theta also, it doesn't matter. But in the statement they have mentioned that angle as x. So I am taking x as angle. Okay. If in the question they have mentioned theta, I'll take angle as theta. Okay. Now such that what is the angle of AOB? X is angle, right? Such that AOB is equals to x, where x is measured in radians. In trigonometry, how will we write radius? Angle in the form of radius. Suppose theta is the angle and this theta is in radians, we'll write symbolically as theta power rad or theta power c. So we'll write this angle in radians. We'll write angles in radians symbolically as theta power rad or theta power c. Okay. Now in the statement they have mentioned that x is in radius. So we will write symbolically as x power c. We can write x power rad also, but I am using x power c. If you want, you can write x power rad also. Okay. And AB, what we have taken AB as? We have taken AB as L, right? So AB is equal to L. Therefore L is equals to what will be the length of this arc? What is arc length formula? How will you find arc length? So the formula for arc length is L is equal to r theta. So this is the formula for arc length, but in place of theta we have x. So arc length will be r into x. So if radius is multiplied by angle, then it is called arc length. Okay. So therefore L is equal to Rx. Let us take this as equation 1. Okay. Next what we have done, we have drawn BN perpendicular to OA, right? So write this in information. Write this information. Draw BN perpendicular to OA. Next what we have done, we have extended OB, and to meet the extended line of OB, what we have done, we have drawn tangent to the circle at A to meet the extended line of OB, right? So where they have met? They have met at point T. Write this in the form of information. Okay. So also draw a tangent. Where we have drawn tangent? To the circle, right? So also draw a tangent to the circle. To the circle. At what point we have drawn? At A. To beat what? To beat the extended line of OB, right? To beat OB produced at where they have where these two lines met? At point T. Okay. To beat OB produced in T. Now observe from triangle OBN. So we have this triangle OBN, right? So from triangle OBN, what will be the value of sin x? Sin x is equal to, sin x is opposite by hypotenuse. So opposite of this angle is BN. So BN by hypotenuse is OB. So hypotenuse is OB. Again from triangle AOT. So this is AOT. So tan x from triangle AOT, tan x is opposite by adjacent. So what is which side is opposite to angle x? See, for this x, AT is opposite, right? So we have AOT like this, right? AOT. Tan means opposite by adjacent. So here opposite we have opposite as AT. Adjacent means base. Which one is here? Which one base here? OA. So OA. So let us take this as equation 2 and this as 3. Okay. From the figure, let of BN is less than AB, which is again less than 80. How is this possible? See, observe, AB is arc, right? We have taken here AB is arc and arc is L. We have taken arc as L, right? So now this BN is lying inside arc AB, right? So obviously length of BN will be less than AB, and again length of AB is again less than 80, because this 80 is lying outside the circle, so obviously its length will be greater than AB. Okay, so now what we have taken AB as? We have taken AB as L, right? So L less than, right, as the weight BN and 80 as it is. Okay, now we have got L as Rx, right? So in place of L, what we have to substitute? We have to substitute Rx, okay? In place of L, put Rx less than 80, greater than Bn, okay? In the question statement, we need sin x by x. Function in the form of sin x sin x by x, right? Here we have Rx. We don't need R, because in the question we have sin x by x. We don't need R here. So what I am doing is I am dividing by R. Okay. What will it become? Bn by R less than Rx by R, which is again less than 80 by R. Okay. Now what will get cancelled? This R gets cancelled. So we are left with Bn by R less than x, which is again less than 80 by R. So here we have Bn by R less than x, which is again less than 80 by R, right? So in the figure we have taken R as OA as well as OB. So what will we take here? Whether we should take OA or OB? What we have to take? So according to figure we have sin x as Bn by OB, right? Tan x as 80 by OA. If I take OB by R as OB here, it will become Bn by OB. So we have the value for Bn by OB as sin x. If I take R as OA, we don't have any information regarding Bn by OA. According to figure, we don't have any information regarding Bn by OA if I take R as OA. But if I take R equal to OB, we have Bn by OB as sin x. So in the statement they have mentioned that prove geometrically. By using figure we have to prove. According to figure we have Bn by OB as sin x. But we don't have any information regarding Bn by OA. Okay. So what we have to take here? We have to take R as OB. Okay. So Bn by OB less than x less than 80 by, here we will take R as OA. Okay. So we have Bn by OB as sin x, right? Less than x. So we have 80 by OA as tan x. Okay. In the statement we read function in the form of sin x by x, right? So here x is there. We read sin x. We have sin x by x. So here we read sin x. So what I am doing is I am dividing by sin x. Okay. So what it will become? Sin x by sin x less than x by sin x, which is less than. This tan x can be written as sin x by cos x, and I am dividing by sin x. So divided by sin x. Now this sin x gets cancelled. So we are left. So we have got 1 less than x by sin x, which is again less than this sin x gets cancelled. So we are left with 1 by cos x, right? But in the question, in the statement, they have given the function in the form of sin x by x. But here we have got x by sin x. We read function in the form of sin x by x. So what we have to do? We have to take reciprocal. If I take reciprocal, x by side x becomes side x by x, right? So if I take reciprocal, this less than side will become greater, right? So side x by x, this side becomes reverse, so greater than 1. This one, if I take reciprocal of 1 by cos x, it will become cos x, okay? In the question, we need to find the value of limit x tends to 0 sine x by x. So we have got sine x by x. What we need? We need limit. So I am putting limit x tends to 0 on 3 sides, okay? Limit x tends to 0, 1. This is limit x tends to 0, 1 greater than limit x tends to 0 sine x by x greater than limit x tends to 0 cos x. So if I put limit here, this side will become greater than or equal to, here also greater than or equal to. How is this possible? Okay, let me explain you. What does this limit x tends to 0 indicate? Here x means angle. Here angle is approaching to 0, okay? This is our figure, right? So this is angle x. What this angle x is approaching to 0. 0 means here this angle, here angle is x. What is this angle doing? This angle is approaching to 0. 0 means approaching to origin. This is how our figure looks like, right? So this is OA and this is BN and this is AT, okay? And these two lines OA and OB, see this is OB, these two lines are making angle x, right? So what is this x doing? This x is approaching to origin. If this x is approaching to, if this is approaching to origin, what will these two lines will do? These two lines, if our x is approaching to 0, origin 0, these two lines will also approach to 0, okay? These two lines will also be approach to 0 and length of these two lines will also become equal, right? So this is the process. If I make this angle approach to 0, what will these lines be? What will happen with these lines? These lines BN and AT will also approach to 0 like this. They will bend. They will also be, this BN and AT will also approach towards origin. So then all these three lines will become equal. So I have put equal sign, okay? Okay. Limit x tends to 0 sin x by x is less than limit x tends to 0 what, which is again greater than limit x tends to 0 cos x, okay? So limit x tends to 0, one value is here, one is constant. So if we apply limit to the constant, it won't change, same constant. You'll write 1 as it is. Limit x tends to 0 sin x by x, apply limit here, x is tending to 0, so cos 0 is 1, right? Now here limit x tends to 0 sin x by x is less than 1, which is again greater than 1. So this can also be written as limit x tends to 0 sin x by x greater than 1 and which is again less than 1. This is what I have written. I just rearranged this function, okay? How this function looks like? See, this is looking like f of x is less than or equal to g of x, which is again less than or equal to h of x. So if I apply limit to f of x, so limit of f of x is 1. If I apply limit to h of x, limit of h of x is 1. So here which theorem we are using? See, this is of the form sandwich theorem. This is looking like sandwich theorem, right? F of x is less than or equal to g of x, which is again less than or equal to h of x. So here h of x is greater function, right? So if I apply limit to the greater function, the limit of this function is 1. Here f of x is lesser function. If I apply limit to f of x, so 1 is the limit of this function. So if the limit of greater function and lesser function is same, that is 1, then what will be the limit of this middle function? Limit of this middle function is also 1. So by sandwich theorem, limit x tends to 0, sin x by x is 1. So this is the process of how to solve this theorem. So this theorem is very easy and it's very important for your examination point of view. So this theorem will be asked for 5 marks in your examination. I hope you understood this theorem. Thanks for watching. In the next video, we will discuss problems related to this theorem. Okay.